Hi, welcome back to K-pop Appreciation. My name is Simon, and today we're going to be appreciating LOONA's latest comeback, Why Not? For those of you new to the channel, this is a typical first reaction kind of deal. I have already seen this video many times, so heard the song many times already. What we're going to do here instead, we're going to listen to this 2 times, okay? We're going to watch the official music video on the first view through, okay? Without interruption, I won't pause or anything. I might make a comment here or there. The second time we watch it, we're going to watch a dance performance version, because I like to watch the choreography, especially with LOONA. With current LOONA, if you don't know, LOONA has 12 girls. It's a 12-member girl group. The leader of the group, I think, is on hiatus right now, so it's just 11. Still plenty of girls, and their choreography is pretty solid, and I always enjoy watching it. So that's what we're gonna do for the second view through. Yeah. Again, if you're new to K-pop, you just heard my spiel about LOONA. Very popular overseas. They have a stronger international fan base as opposed to a domestic fan base, which is a shame. But you know, they're getting there. They're getting there. Earlier this year, they had a song called "So What" in February. It's like February 4th or 5th. I remember because I was in Thailand on vacation. It was like my last day in Thailand, and the LOONA video dropped for "So What," and it was even shot in Thailand, which I thought, whoa, that was cool. Anyway, so with Why Not, again, I like to set expectations. The song, this is a banger. Okay, to use the proper technical term. No, it's definitely an upbeat song. It gets you moving a little bit. I enjoyed the song, but don't take my word for it. Let's just watch it now. Okay, here is LOONA's "Why Not." Oh wait, hold on for a second. If you're in orbit out there, you're gonna have to forgive me. All 12 girls, or just 11 in this case, I cannot place the name with the face like 100%. Okay, like I know like the girl's name, like Eve's. Like, I couldn't pick Eve out. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Maybe I'm a bad person. But like Heejin, I can pick her out. You'll know why I can pick Heejin out. Or a Chu, you know, those I could pick up. But so if I don't call out the name of your bias, your faith, please don't, like, you know, burn me in effigy. Okay, thank you. Speaking of Heejin, who's the center of the group, she will start off the first verse. Yep, here she is with the face chain. I like that whoa, whoa, whoa. Comes in with that. This bass. Let's chew. Heejin and Hyunjin. Yes, Hyunjin. I like. Do you see that with the car and it was the wolf's eyes? It's a little cheesy, but I enjoyed that. That was a cool visual of Chu earlier. Orange hair is Vivi. The aqua green hair is Go On. It's a really cool hair color on her too. Shame we don't see a lot of her video. I'll get to that later. Oh, the girl with the blonde hair is Kim Lip, yeah. With the blonde, yeah. This bridge is interesting. I mean, hold on. Let me just shut up for a second. Dun, 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 dun. Again, those bass notes. Again, this is not a ballad, and I'm okay with that. I like the fact that it's upbeat. That's a cool shot. Her staying on the car like that. The butterfly. She's missing the shoe. So, all right. Hold on, let me just get stuff set up for the next bit immediately. Oh, hold on for a second. I mean, okay. So, yeah, a lot of political ads in America right now. So, yeah, all right, there we go. Sorry about that. Pause. Okay. And wait, make sure the captions are on English. Okay. I'm really sad. So for So What, their last comeback, when they did the suit dance for One the K here, in the subtitles, like they would have like the name of the girl who was singing the lyric in English, so like you knew like, oh, this is Eve singing, or this is Cherry, or you know, one of the girls, right? But this one they don't do that here. I'm like, darn. So again, orbits, please forgive me. Oh yes, if you're new to K-pop, if you are in orbit, it means you are a fan of LOONA. So because you orbit the world and LOONA is the world, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So that to the previous video, the official music video, I found it exhausting, but in a good way. I thought it was a little daring because that bridge. Usually, for a bridge, you have a tempo shift, right? And so it gives like the audience like a couple seconds to kind of like take a breath, and and usually there's like a contrasting tempo, or the tempo is slowed down. So so you have a foil. A place to like, examine like reflectively for like 2-3 seconds, like, wow, that was awesome. I kind of get to rest now for a little bit before like the beat drops again and we got the outro. In this case, in my opinion, the bridge did not do that in this song. I mean, they stripped down some of the music, but the rhythm was still there, going at a steady beat, and then it was just a bunch of ad libs, and then we had the outro, and bam, and it's over, and you're like, I'm okay with this. I know some people aren't, okay? I don't know. It's the nature of the beast of the internet. Like if you like something, you want to see if like other people like the same thing you do, and you go on the internet and then you read all the horrible comments and you hate yourself. This comeback for LOONA, I don't know. I find it interesting. I remember in 2019, Orbits were screaming bloody murder. Okay, because in 2019, you had Butterfly. So, for those of you who don't know, LOONA officially debuted as an entire group in August of 2018. It was a song, very, very, very fun-filled, hyperactive, happy song called Hi Hi. Okay, not my cup of tea. It's a cool song, but wasn't for me. And then fast forward several months to February or March of 2019, they came out a song called Butterfly. And Butterfly, again, wasn't for me, but I remember watching it a lot on music shows because of the choreography. The choreography of Butterfly is just amazing. It's just stunning. And the music video is really cool. There's a lot of cool themes about representation and diversity in Butterfly, which I thought, hey man, I'm all for that. It's 21st century. So, and then, and poor Orbits were starved for a very long time. Like there was nothing out of the company, and then there was like reports the company was in trouble a little bit, blah blah, their agency. And in this February we had So What. And for myself personally, I thought that's it. We're not gonna, especially with coronavirus, people are kind of like, they're not putting out music or whatever, especially with the smaller companies. So I was pleasantly surprised when Luna dropped a new song. I'm like, cool, and I was happy for Orbits. And you go on the internet and people were like, I don't like the song, blah, blah, blah. So, and here's the thing, people are allowed to have their opinion. I will say that the song, it wouldn't be a stretch, in my opinion, if someone was to say this song "Why Not" was "So What 2.0." Okay, I wouldn't be offended by that personally. Some other people might be, and that's fair. Now that being said, you expect a similarity. One of the producers for "So What," their last comeback, also helped produce this song as well, and that's the infamous, notorious LSM, Lee Soo-man, of the founder of SM Entertainment. Okay, there's a running joke right now on SM fan sites and communities. They're like, I'm telling you, SM's going to debut a new girl group. It's going to be Loona. They're just going to buy Loona. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's funny to watch those comments. Because so the production was very much an SM sound, which doesn't surprise me, and I like it, for me. Okay, other people don't like it. That's fair. So it seems like they're gonna go with this sound. They're building on the sound they've established from So What. Okay, again, like it or leave it, up to you. Now that being said, it was interesting. They, again, I don't know a lot about Loona. I know they had subunits. I know the story about the very convoluted story on how they were marketed. It was pretty expensive and groundbreaking. Essentially, if you don't know, the company in 2017, I think they started in 2017. They were because Loona is a stylized. The name Loona, if you take the name in Korean, Girl of the Month, if you take each of the words and you take the first letter of all the words in their group name, it spells out to Loona or something like that. But it's Girl of the Month. There's 12 girls, so they would showcase a different girl each month, and then they have subunits. I'm like, man, that's pretty ballsy. You debut the subunit first before you debut the entire group. But there's 12 of them. It was really cool. And the sets were lavish. Music videos were really cool. Anyway, why did I bring all that up? Okay, so again, so right after this comeback, there's only 11 girls. The one girl, she's not feeling well. She hasn't felt well in a while now, from what I gathered. So with Loona here, you got 11 very talented women, and again, this is the curse of all big girl groups, right? Is equal line distribution, equal camera time, screen time. I am a big Girls' Generation fan, and when I look at older Girls' Generation songs, I'm like, man, give Soo Young and Hyo Yeon some lines. That's those are the two, in my opinion. But yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna shut up. Because I'm gonna pause during certain parts of this playthrough here, and I'm gonna give you an example I'm talking about. So we started out with Heejin. We're gonna see a lot of Heejin. And here's the thing. Heejin, so this song came out 5-6 days ago, right? And they first showed the song on the show? Wait, was it no, it wasn't the show. I remember I watched their performance on Music Bank, which is a Friday night music show in South Korea. And I was like, wow, they really love Heejin, the company. The higher ups just give her lines, and she's the center. Okay, makes sense. I get it. Her facial expressions are really good, in my opinion. Sometimes when certain K-pop dancers dance, they look like a robot. She also has you know what? Hold on. Let me just. I'll get to a point. I'll pause to the point where I particularly like her expression. Hold on. In terms of the music, this distortion, I'm here for that. I love this stuff. It's such a typical SM thing to do as well. I mean, SM isn't the only one that uses those kinds of effects, but SM is very heavy-handed with the soundboard in their production. Oh, I decided to show this version. suit dance version. I didn't. I was almost going to share with you guys the showcase when they debuted this song at their showcase for the press. Well, the remote press, because no one's in the auditorium because of COVID-19. So they were like streaming it for the press. The costuming is interesting for that showcase. It's like this. It's like this nouveau bohemian look, which I don't know if it went with the song personally. It didn't look bad, but I wish I could show you the Music Bank one, but I'm afraid if I show that one, my video will get taken down. And Music Bank, they were like in these white pantsuit kind of deals, and they look really good. And then for Sunday night, the Sunday night music show in Korea, Inkigayo, they were like, it was like it's kind of like the costume from their concept photos, like this elegant black, almost like evening wear, except it was more functional. It wasn't like, you can't dance in a long train dress, but it was black and glamorous. It looked really good. But the suits here look great too. The blonde here is Kim Lip. Yeah, okay. I like how her voice came in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. When I first heard the song, I remember when I first listened to the song, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I like it, but I don't know if I'll keep this on repeat. But then, like, as I was like, this came out earlier this week, right? As I would get my work done at my house, because I'm working from home, I would have YouTube on in the background, and YouTube picked up that I had watched LOONA's Why Not before, so it autoplays it, right? And when I would hear, whoa, whoa, I start to like live for that. It's like, I would like sing along when that part as well. And I sing along to a bunch of other parts too. So it became an earworm for me. I like, okay. The dance, okay, so are they doing anything really super complex choreography-wise? No. But, they look so good doing it. Those simple moves, but they're in sync. It's just kind of cool to watch. I mean, it's the beauty of K-pop, right? 11 girls here doing that in sync. So I'm a sucker for stuff like that. And this bass. It's catchy. For me, I found it catchy. Chu really threw me off here. Again, I'm not a long-time Orbit. Hold on for a second. So, I was watching Chu on a variety show, and I didn't realize that she is the inventor of the make a heart and eat it kind of move that's memed a lot in South Korea. Basically, I'm not going to do it. I'm too embarrassed. Korean idols will form a heart. Instead of doing this, they'll use both hands to make a big heart. Something like that. Or I can't do it well because I'm not a K-pop idol. But then, like, to make it super cute, they'll form the heart with two hands, and then they'll bite into it and have this like super cute expression. Apparently, Chu is the inventor of that move. So because of her, a lot of K-pop idols do that move now. They'll form a heart with two hands and bite into it. So yeah, so that's Chu's contribution to the Korean cultural landscape. So. This part. Again, that ooh la la, I was like, I remember the first time I heard it, I'm like, man, it sounds so basic. I don't know how I feel about this, but then, man, listening, like, I just need to listen to it a second time. And I appreciate, you know what helped, to be honest, was watching them perform this. The video, frankly speaking, was a cool video, but it didn't like drive home the impact of the song for me. Watching them perform the song here in the suit dance video and then watching on music shows really just sealed the deal for me. Like, yes, the song's on my rotation now. Vivi, okay. Thank God they dyed their hair. I'll be honest, if she didn't dye her hair and there was no way for me to pick her out, I couldn't do it. Gotta be honest. Now I understand why K-pop companies, sometimes they make like a large member girl group like dye their hair or have different hairstyles. It's to help like, idiots like me and tell them apart. I only found out, okay, so Heejin is here, right? And then Okay, so the other girl is Hyunjin. I think I said it right. Yeah. And the only reason I found that out because if you look at the YouTube comments, it's like, oh, it's the two Jins here look like Sogi and Irene from Red Velvet from their Naughty video. And I'm like, oh yeah, because if you watch the music video, this particular part, these two, it goes into black and white. It's just the two of them dancing. And I'm like, oh yeah, it kind of resembles that. But yeah, they call them the two Jins. And that's how I was able to pick out, okay, it's Heejin and Hyunjin. So... take it to the right, take it to the left. So I find this interesting. I'm always fascinated when K-pop idols, when they're dancing and they have a jacket and they kind of take down the jacket off their shoulders, right? And now I'm wondering, man, how are they gonna put it back on? And so I was watching Hyunjin for a bit here. Okay, she's out of the frame because God, is that Olivia? And I'm sorry, forgive me, but I know that the orange hair girl is Vivi. So okay, so Hyunjin still has her jacket off of her shoulders, right? Now everyone's here, so I'm assuming either because they took I'm sure they did multiple takes of this, so they used another take where she didn't do that, or in the line, you know, she kind of sneaks the jacket up her shoulders. I look for stuff like I'm fascinated by stuff like that. This part is interesting. I paused on this so many times. When they go into the circle, it's like some of them, it's Heejin specifically. Heejin and another girl on the other side of her whose back is towards, I don't know who that is. Well, if you see the girl with the orange hair on the left, that's Vivi, right? To Vivi's right, there's a woman there. There's one of the LOONA members, and that person has the same posture as Heejin. They stretch their arms out. The other girl's kind of linked arms, you know, but Heejin and this other girl in the back stretch arms. And I don't know why I'm so fixated on that. I just thought it was really interesting and cool. And I don't know if is it like a function thing? Like it's just easier to do that, so the girls have their hands grabbed. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I just wanted to point that out. I like this pre-chorus. I'm so happy that you took an aerial shot. You don't really get to, you know, if it was from the same level, you don't really get to appreciate the coolness of the formation, you know? How creative can you be with 11 girls? I like this. This is cool. Ah, Go On. So Go On here. Hold on for a second. So I only know Go On for one very selfish reason. Go On is a fan of Oh My Girl, which I'm a group I'm also a fan of, and Go On specifically. After So What, their last comeback in February, they were on a variety show called Weekly Idol, and on that show they're having some MC issues, like 2 MCs left and whatever. So they had like filler MCs, and 2 of the filler MCs. Filler sounds terrible. Temporary MCs, members from Oh My Girl, and Go On here was like, you know, when I auditioned at my company, I auditioned to your song. The song was called what the hell is the song? It's like a coloring book. That's the name of the song. And so she danced to it, and then the 2 girls from Oh My Girl, Hyo Jung and Sung Hee, they danced with her. And it got really emotional because then Sung Hee cried, blah, blah, and then like some of the girls from LOONA cried. It was a big cry fest. If you didn't cry, you watch it, you didn't cry, you had no soul. But yeah, but that's how I remember Go On. And I remember looking for her, and I had to like go on like various websites to like, which one is Go On right now? And they're like, oh, she's the one with like the teal green, the aqua green hair. I'm like, oh, you barely see her, but I'm glad she's in the center for a little bit. So good for her. Again, this bass does it for me. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here's our midnight dancing. in the background, nothing is stopped. I mean, the sound is more stripped, right? But for myself, I don't have a rest or a pause. Even though their songs, even though their voices are super like soft and luxurious and soothing, you know, especially when you start with like, midnight dancing. No, there's no rest here at all. It's a complete like the momentum is still there. It's just maybe more subtle, but the momentum is still there, in my opinion. Okay, this is. I don't like to exaggerate on this channel for views. I don't like to say, "Oh, this thing slaps," blah blah, and do over the top reactions. You know, if I don't appreciate something, I usually will say it. This is my one part, the one part of choreography I did not like. Right here, I did not think it was necessary for Heejin to do her body roll, whatever. I don't know why the choreographer thought that was a good idea. It just looked out of place and awkward for me, okay? Am I criticizing Heejin? No, I'm not. She's a very good dancer. Right here. I just don't think it was necessary. They could have done something else. It's my only, that's my only critical takeaway about this choreo. Nothing against Heejin. So whoever thought of it, maybe it was the girls themselves. It's my one thing. I did not feel it, okay? If you felt it, you thought that was cool. Yeah, Heejin's a badass. That's why she's the center of the world. Hey man, you do you. I'm you know, but for me, it didn't do it for me. So yeah. I mean, again, great dancer, very talented. I like this ending format. This choreo during the outro. Again, and the way how it ends with her, boom, you're done, and I was like, wow, I'm exhausted. I'm completely exhausted. So yeah, but exhausted in a good way for me. I enjoyed the song. I've liked LOONA's 2 songs for 2020 so far. 2020 has been a horrible year, but you know what, LOONA, for myself, LOONA came through. You may feel differently, and that's fair. Okay, this video's gone on for quite a while. I'm going to stop it here. Thank you so much for spending the past 28 minutes of your life with me. Okay, I'll be back soon in another video. Until then, again, thank you for your time. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and be good to each other. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye for now.